Why do people find it so difficult to say I was wrong? Are you that insecure? I'm going to pick on two people today. One is Dawn Staley, and the other one is Keyshawn Johnson. You probably don't even know who those people are, but you're going to learn today. Dawn Staley is like a women's basketball coach somewhere. I mean, I don't really care. I don't think nobody cares. But she has some type of decision-making power as it pertains to the USA Women's Olympic basketball team. The other person I'm about to pick on is former NFL wide receiver Keyshawn Johnson, who's on the show Undisputed along with Paul Pierce and Skip Bayless. Now, it's Skip Bayless's show, and he's old as dirt and been around forever, but Paul Pierce is a former NBA player, and he knows his basketball. Paul Pierce, from the beginning, was advocating that not only Cailin Clark be on the team, but so should Angel Reese. And as we saw in the WNBA All-Star game against the Team USA, Arike Mbungawale dropped 34, so she should have been on the team too, but because of politics, she took her own self off. So basically, three of the best players on the court were not on the USA Olympic team because of politics. Now, when I say politics in the world of sports, that's picking players that you want on the team and not picking players that should be on the team. And we all saw with our own eyes that the WNBA All-Star team beat the brakes off the USA Olympic team, which threw the theory that we only pick the best players out a window and down 3 flights of stairs. So Dawn Staley was recently interviewed about that whole situation, and this is what she said.
There was so much conversation about women's basketball. The run you at South Carolina had to the national championship, a perfect season. Obviously, Cailin Clark. And there was so much conversation on, should Cailin be on the U.S. women's national team? You were part of the selection group. Give me your read on that now that we've got a little bit of time and we can get into some clear air to see what happened.
Right. As a committee member, you're charged with putting together best team of players, the best talent. Cailin is just a rookie in the WNBA. Wasn't playing bad, but wasn't playing like she's playing now. If we had to do it all over again, the way that she's playing, she would be in really high consideration of making the team because she is playing head and shoulders above a lot of people, shooting the ball extremely well. I mean, she is an elite passer. She's just got a great basketball IQ, and she's a little more seasoned in the pro game.
In a couple of months.
Yeah, in a couple of months than she was 2 months ago.
That's great perspective to add there.
How is it that you're supposed to be some type of women's basketball expert to the point where they name you to be on the committee to choose the WNBA USA Olympic team? You get that wrong, yet people like me that don't know anything about women's basketball say that Cailin Clark should have been on the team, and ultimately you, the expert, agree with us, the people who don't know nothing. But did you catch what she said about the seasoning part?
She's just got a great basketball IQ, and she's a little more seasoned in the pro game.
In a couple of months.
Yeah, in a couple of months than she was 2 months ago.
That's great perspective to add there.
Well, dude, clowning or what? Like you said, after 2 months. Like, what 2 months gonna do? And today, the topic was discussed on Undisputed, and this is what they said. Now, let me remind you that I said Paul Pierce knows his basketball.
She should have been on the team in the first place. Like, I still don't get it. You know, maybe it would have rubbed some girls the wrong way that's already on the team. And you know, being that she's probably the most iconic player to come out of college, I don't know, Skip, because it had nothing to do with her. And Skip, you said this, she didn't have Skip and Keyshawn, you was like, she didn't get the training camp. She wasn't playing well. But when I look back, rookies who made the Olympic roster, we can go back as far as 96, Rebecca Lobo. 2000, Shamika Holtzclaw. You know who's on the team that made it when they was a rookie? Diana Taurasi. She was a rookie and made the Olympic team back in 2004.
It's incredible that I have to keep pointing this out, but Paul Pierce came with facts and receipts. Watch Keyshawn Johnson now.
But those three that you just mentioned, and you got the data, I don't. Did they miss the training camp for the Olympic deal because they were in the NCAA final?
So apparently he has this long-standing opinion that Cailin Clark and them was snubbed because they wasn't going to go to training camp. This is why he's stressing this question.
Well, Rebecca Lobo, there was no WNBA then.
Okay.
Whole squad there was. Taurasi there was.
Were they in the
Candace
final, though?
Parker.
Were they in the finals of the NC2A women's final? Remember, she was in NC2A women's final, so she missed that, whatever that was.
Lobo could have been. I assume that year she would have been.
96, it wasn't a WNBA.
Well, no, 96 WNBA wasn't in existence.
Oh, I see what you mean.
Yeah.
But she was in the NBA final. But go ahead.
Candace Parker, Breonna Stewart. These
Yeah.
are all rookies that made it.
Yes.
So it doesn't
Okay.
matter.
One of the excuses for them was that she missed the training camp. Like, she missed it.
Now, Keyshawn Johnson thought he had a point. And as a matter of fact, he's going to get checked for CTE. But he thought he had a point. But watch how Paul Pierce just destroys him.
Because she was playing.
Well, before the training camp, they got a name. They named the team. You know, they named the team. Then there's training camp.
Oh, I'm sorry. Say it again. I didn't hear that.
Because she was playing.
Well, before the training camp, they got a name. They named the team. You know, they named the team. Then there's training camp.
So they named the team, then they invite people.
So they were already named, and then went to training camp.
So in other words, you're an idiot and you have no idea what you're talking about.
Yeah, but they probably didn't name her knowing that she was going to miss training camp.
No, but see, I just don't get it. You know, you got your most iconic figure ever.
I
You got
understand
a girl
what you're
who was the
saying.
number, and all these girls, what they have in common, they were the #1 pick, National Player of the Year. She checked all the boxes in the year to go to Olympics to be there. So all this high consideration, she wasn't playing well, that didn't have nothing to do with these other girls.
High consideration?
Yeah, high consideration. We knew she was high. That didn't have nothing to do with
always
these
high
other.
consideration, right?
Always. It had nothing to do with these other girls who made it.
But they probably, again, Paul, they probably went to the training camp. She didn't go to
It
the
don't
training
matter.
camp.
You hear what Dawn said. Dawn said, and I love Dawn. She said, yeah, she didn't really play well as well as she's playing now. She, you know,
What is it?
you know, we had
They had already selected the team by then.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. And so I just don't agree. Like, I think they should have found a way to get her on based on
Look,
what we saw in the past.
Look, okay. Did she deserve to be on the team based on what she did in college?
Absolutely.
Yes.
Keyshawn Johnson is an idiot. He just said she deserved to be on a team, but then he's arguing that they're off the team because she didn't go to training camp. What is wrong with this dude? Somebody get him a doctor, please.
But those others that are on the team, she's not better than.
How can you say that she's not better than somebody on the team when they full court pressed her during the All-Star game for the entire game? She had the most assists as a rookie in that game, and the WNBA All-Stars beat the brakes off the Olympic team. What are you talking about?
Those WNBA women that are currently on the Olympic team, she's not better than, especially at the start of the season. She's gotten better, but the team was already selected. If they were doing it now, based on her WNBA play, she'd be on the team.
Keyshawn Johnson just needs to jump in front of a bus or something at this point. He's an idiot. First of all, there are many factors as to why Cailin Clark has improved. Number one being they was fouling the mess out of her, and Christy Size, the head coach, was, for lack of a better word, hating on her and telling the team, or if you look at the team, they wasn't passing her the ball. As of today, it's being reported that the general manager of the Indiana Fever had a sit-down with Christy Size, the head coach, after Cailin Clark revealed at a press conference that she doesn't get any coaching during the game.
And what's the best advice that is going to be a great this season?
Nobody gives me advice in the game. I wish.
And after the general manager had to sit down with the head coach, Cailin Clark's numbers significantly improved. So it wasn't that Cailin Clark had 2 months of seasoning. It's that the general manager went to the head coach and gave her some seasoning.
They didn't do it based on the WNBA play. They did it based on NC2A, who else was available, her missing training camp. That's what the selection committee did. And this is basically what Dawn Staley is saying at the end of the day.
First of all, that is not what Dawn Staley said, number one. Number two, Keyshawn Johnson knows absolutely nothing about what he's talking about. And number three, can you take a long walk on a short pier, please? Thank you.
She'll be on the team in 2028, Paul. You'll get a chance to watch her in 2028 and Angel Reese in 2028, right here in Los Angeles, up close in person. We'll have that opportunity. Is it a missed opportunity from a television revenue standpoint, eyeballs? Yeah, I would say that. It's a missed opportunity. Am I as excited to watch the women play? I mean, it was not as excited. But if she was on it, it'd be really like, oh, yeah, okay, that's right, the game is on. Opposed to, hey, man, you watching the game.
Yeah.
So I get all of that. Her time is coming. Her time is coming.
Now, the one thing I can say about Keyshawn Johnson is that he gave a master class on how to be on both sides of the issue.
Okay, to both your points, I think they play at 3 Eastern, their first game today. If she's on the team and Angel's on the team, I'm not missing it, man. I got to check it out.
I'm gonna go to lunch.
Yeah.
I'm not going to lunch that day.
Okay.
Today.
All right. So today, I don't know. I might watch the first of it, and I might not. I'll have to see how I feel at that point. Right?
Yeah. I think it's a little more unappealing because they blow their teams out. And then they've won like 55 straight games, I believe. So like if you add her to the mix, it's like I'll just watch it because of that. Because I know they're gonna win.
Who they play today?
Japan.
Poor
Japan.
Okay.
How you going to justify keeping Cailin Clark off the team, but at the end admit that the reason why you're not watching the game is because Cailin Clark's not there? What the hell?